Hello, I'm back to Adam. My name is Crackhead, and today we're back with Kakenuke Seishun Sparking. I'm actually a beast. However, I may as well be a crackhead. I just got done with my stream, the metaphor stream, but I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna record like 50 minutes or an hour anyways. Also, something I forgot to talk about in stream actually is something odd that happened because this week, aka this week still for when I had my week off, aka the last week from when this goes up, since this video is gonna go up on Thursday. There were two instances of me just being out and about with my mom, be it grocery shopping or because of the Christmas fair, because I went with my mom and my little sister. And someone walking up to us, or someone we were talking to, mistaking me for my father. Like for some reason they take one look at me and are like, that man looks old enough to be married. And I don't know why this constantly happens. I say constantly as if that happens every week, but it always does feel very, very old when it happens. Like one of them, it wasn't too blatant. How it was while we were grocery shopping, and my mother found like one of these scented candles, and my father has been. We found like a scented candle that my father actually liked, and since then he's been asking for more, and we cannot fucking find it anymore. And she found one that she thinks he might like, and so at the register we were like, my mother was essentially like, scented candle for the husband. Maybe you'll fucking finally like this one. And the cashier already like looked at me in like a very telling way, and I like, yeah, fucking no way to know how if that picky old man is gonna like this or not. It is a way of like, I'm not I'm not the one she's talking about. Like, just trying to sing like, do not look at me. I am the child, not the husband. And another time was on my way home from the Christmas fair. Funnily enough, the person that thought this time, I've talked to this person before. It's just that I talked with my regular like fucking hoodie. Not that hoodie specifically, that is on the Uru currently. But instead I had like my full-on mantle with a scarf and hat on, and apparently she couldn't properly recognize me like that, so she thought and so like I said, thought I was my father, which stop that! Very awkward! Don't like it!
響き、もっと手で漕ぐの。波に負けちゃダメよ。私、もうダメです。しおりちゃん、そこで力尽きたら海に沈んじゃうよ。サーフィンってすごいきついんですね。
I could hear everyone from the youth collective having a fun time. I listened to their voices while absentmindedly gazing at Senpai. So soft. Skin had been warm and smooth like silk. I couldn't stop thinking about it. The more I thought those thoughts and feelings away, the hotter my face got.
ちょっとトーノ、一人でサボるな。私一人じゃ全員見切れないから、あんたも手伝いなさい。
Mardo was positively racing. This whole thing was crazy, right? Sure, I'm on it. I had to wonder how I should face Senpai from here on out.
Ah, 恥ずかしかった。でもちょっといい感じだったかも。
I still feel his toneless touch on my back. Couldn't get a chance to see his face. Didn't get a chance to see his face as I was laying face down.
多分私のことを女の子だって意識してくれてたわよね。そうだと嬉しいんだけど。
That was a pretty embarrassing stunt I pulled though, wasn't it? My cheeks grow hot just thinking about it.
いけない。もっと集中しないと。
As much as I had fun as I had this afternoon, I had to focus on Aikido now. There was a risk of injury if I let myself get distracted during practice.
みんなサーフィンを楽しんでくれてたわよね。
Surfing was the next thing that came to mind as I shook away my thoughts of Tono. Although dieting had been the catalyst, it's like they really enjoyed themselves.
まだ知られたくないって思ってたけど、ああやってみんなで楽しむのもいいかも。トーノの言う通り、堅くなに秘密にする必要はなかったのかな。あ、でも二人だけの秘密じゃなくなったのは残念かも。二人きりで会う理由もなくなっちゃうし。って、私またトーノのこと考えてるし。
Is this what love is like? Where all you can think about is the other person? Tono did look good in his swimsuit though. His hands were bigger than I thought when he rubbed them around my back, incredibly warm. No, don't smirk, Nagiko! You can be as happy as you want, but there are things you need to reflect on too.
ナギコよ、帰ってきていたのか。
お父さん、
It's fucking called Gonzo.
先ほど帰ってきました。
ああ。
どうかしたの？
Dad was staring straight at me. Didn't think my uniform was scuffed up or anything.
何かいいことでもあったのか？浮かれているように見えてな。日焼けこそしていないようだが、鼻の頭が少し赤くなっているぞ。
I just kept on thinking about how I'd had Tono put sunscreen on me. Perhaps I failed in covering all the necessary
それに
areas.
私に隠れてサーフィンをやっているのだろ？
He knows!
お父さん、それは。
ああ、誤解するな。お前を厳しく育ててきたが、好きなことを禁止しようとは思わん。
There is no conflict. Like they built up as this as a, like a potential point of conflict, but the dad's just like, don't look like an asshole. Nah, I'm not gonna fucking stop you. Like you're still planning on inheriting the dojo. I literally have no fucking viable reason for being upset about you surfing in any shape, way, or form.
趣味にサーフィン。いいじゃないか。
そう、よかった。
I was overcome with relief. Part of me assumed he would forbid me from
だ
surfing.
が、サーフィンということは水着になるのだろう？年頃の娘を持つ身としてはいろいろ心配がだな。
お父さんが私を心配してくれるの？
当たり前だろう。合気道の師範である前に私はお前の親だぞ。
大丈夫、心配いらないわ。
Oh, is the conflict gonna be him, the dad being pig-headed about the main character being in a relationship with her, being like, you're not allowed to date her until you defeat me? Some bullshit?
ナンパ男なんてひとひねりでどうにでもできるもの。そのための護身術、そのための合気道でしょ。
それはそうだが。
Could not but laugh at my father's wariness.
ともあれだ。青春をするのもいいが、気は抜かぬようにな。今の様子で稽古をすれば大怪我につながりかねん。
I shared similar sentiments. Having Dad point the same thing out took me back all over.
ゆくゆくはこの道場を継ぎたいと思っているのだろう。
はい。
ならば合気道の鍛錬をおろそかにしないように。
しっかりと心に留めておきます。
Yeah, I couldn't keep my head in the clouds all the time. I've gotten a little too overexcited about Tono and surfing. Need to buckle down and focus. Knowing me, I had a feeling I would be liable to make some sort of a huge mistake.
駆け抜け青春スパーキング。
Fucking good. That isn't here today, huh? It's past noon, but I hadn't seen Senpai yet. She was usually around here this time too.
東野先輩はカイドウ先輩のことが気になるんすか？
It's not like that. Senpai was nearly perfect attendance, you know. Even Kashima and Shinji were occasionally absent due to their collective activities. Meanwhile, Hiragi and Ritsu were busy with their own engagements. Or Senpai had been showing up every day.
ま、それでもいいけど。
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
別に。で、何だけど今日は休みよ。
Really? She caught a cold or something. It's heard after we were hanging out at the beach the other day.
ちなみに、風邪とかじゃないからね。
Who doesn't? Wait, don't read my mind.
あんたが分かりやすいだけよ。なんでも最近たるんでるからって稽古に打ち込むことにしたんだってさ。
Wow. Sad why she hadn't come today. How about that? No? Why was I just so disappointed? Yeah, it just so happens we're not going to see her today, right? And yet I had this empty feeling. A gaping hole had opened up inside. I don't know what happened to her to focus on her Aikido training all of a sudden.
合気道の練習に身が入ってなかった。他のことに気を取られて鍛錬がおろそかになってるって言ってたわよ。青春部で流しそうめんしたり海で遊んだりしましたしね。毎日のようにゲームもしてます。誰かとお弁当を食べたりもしてたっすね。
Don't think eating lunch together has much to do with it. Though it did ring a bell for me. She left Dojo to go surfing when it came by the other day. It's entirely possible I'd caused her trouble for her.
何言ってば、変なところで真面目だからね。
でもそれがカイドウ先輩のいいところですよね。
でもせっかくの貴重な夏休みなのよ。青春のために少しくらい羽目を外したっていいのに。小日向さんのように外しすぎるのは問題では。あら、言うじゃない鹿島さん。そっちだって夏だからって羽目を外してるように見えるけど少々なら生活を送る上でのスパイスですから。先日のサーフィンのように普段できないことに挑戦する機会はあまりないですし。そうなのよ。
Hibiki clenched a fist and stood up with enthusiasm.
練習だって大切だと思うわ。でもみんなで過ごす夏休みは今しかないの。私と優と、そして青春部のみんなと一度しかない大切な夏休みを送ってほしいと思ってるの。
カイドウ先輩、来年はもう卒業してるもんな。
留年しない限りはっすけどね。
You're right, enough. Itsuhira and Gigi were all first years. I, Shiji, Bigi, and Kashima were second years. Only Kaido was a third year. Another few months would be difficult for us to be with Senpai. To be honest, I'm surprised you were thinking about any of this, Hibiki.
そりゃあね、私だってナギに青春を送ってほしいもの。
それでカイドウ先輩は明日には来られるんですか？
わかんない。あの言い方だとしばらく来ないかも。
For a while. My heart was being constricted. I'll be awful. We'll be able to see Senpai's face. We'll be able to hear her voice. Bear such a horrendous thought. That mean there was unlove Kaido. Then thought of mind and emotion I'd had 1-2 moments before faded, and I suddenly had finally grounded myself. Hibiki, is there anything you could do to convince her to come? I needed to see her. I wanted to spend more time with her. No time apart was nothing short. Nothing short of agonizing.
ナギが決めたことだから。でも練習ばかりじゃ息が詰まるっすよ。小日向さんが言った通り、この夏は一度きりなんですよね。それはそうなんだけど、でも青春部の活動に参加するかは本人の意思次第でしょ。
Yeah, I've got a point. The other members took days off and they had business of their own too. We couldn't tell just Senpai not to take time off.
だったら来たいと思わせるとか。なるほど、誘い文句でおびき寄せるんすね。
おびき寄せるって。
Litsu smiled bitterly at the less than palatable expression. Still, I don't think it would be so bad either.
カイドウ先輩が心を揺さぶられるようなセリフですか。ひらめいたわ。それならぴったりの言葉があるわね。
Do you think it'll work?
まあ私に任せておきなさいって。
Tono misses you.
あ、でもユウはしばらく黙っててね。じゃなきゃ失敗しちゃうから。
What does that mean? Wouldn't work out or talked? What you trying to do?
リツさん、遠野先輩の口封じは任せたっす。
はーい。ってことで、お兄ちゃんはお口チャックだよ。
Litsu gleefully covered my mouth. With that, Hibiki retrieved the phone.
それじゃあ早速かけるわよ。あ、もしもし何？私だけど。
どうしたの響？今朝も言った通り、私は部活に出られないけど。
うん、それは分かってる。その上でナギにどうしても聞きたいことがあって。今稽古の方は大丈夫？
休憩中だから少しなら時間は問題ないけど。
そう、タイミングが良かったわね。
それで聞きたいことなんだけど、ナギは明日からもしばらく休むの？
あ、うん。一応ね、最近はこっちがサボり気味になってたし、だから一旦こっちに集中しようと思って。
そう。でもいいの？ユウがナギに会えなくて寂しがってたわ。
Huh? I nearly made a noise, but Tom managed to hold back since seats was covering my mouth.
そうなの？
かなり気にしてるみたいだったわね。
そうなんだ。でも今は練習してないと。
まあ真面目なナギはそう言うと思ったわ。実際合気道のことも大事にしてるのは知ってるし。でもこのまま休み続けたらどうなると思う？
どうなるの？
ほら、ナギにも聞こえるでしょ。
Smoke smiled across Hibiki's face as she pointed her phone in our direction. And she saw that Hichi nodded with a self-satisfied face. Oh no.
ああ、ダメっすよ、鹿島先輩。なんで東野先輩におっぱい押し付
Oh
けてるっすか？
no. Why is she catching strays? Why is she catching strays? God fucking damn it.
あざとすぎるっす。
Kashima quickly crossed her arms over her chest and put a fair amount of distance between us.
寂しいって心の隙間を埋めるのは何も本人じゃなくてもいいの。ユウだって男の子だもの。夏のアバンチュールでコロリと言っちゃう可能性だって。
ダメよ。そんなのダメに決まっ。
じゃあナギはどうするの？今まで恥ずかしいの我慢して頑張ってたじゃない。それなのに横からかっさらわれて。
そうね。響の言う通りだわ。さっきのひじりの声は演技っぽかったけど。
ギク。
That sounded like Senpai. I'd seen through her.
まあひじりさんのことは置いといて、ナギはさ、今のチューブラリンな気持ちで合気道の練習に集中できるの？
大丈夫よ。ちゃんとそこら辺は割り切ってるつもりだし。
本当にユウの名前出しただけでも動揺してるんじゃないの？ない
そんなこと。
って言い切れないでしょ？
Senpai hesitated to argue, seemingly at a loss for words. Hibiki sighed a bit.
真面目なのはナギのいいところだけど、それだけじゃダメな時もあるわ。気持ちの迷いをなくしてからの方が練習になるんじゃない？
そうかも。響の言う通りね。それに何より遠野が私のことを気にしてくれてるみたいだし、遠野が寂しがってるなら先輩として行かないわけにはいかないもの。
じゃあナギ、明日は来てくれるのね？
ええ、約束するわ。絶対に行くって。
了解。きっとユウも喜んでくれると思うわ。それじゃあまた明日ね。
また明日。
Senpai's voice disappeared the moment the call ended. That was all it took for my heart to feel like it was being constricted all over again.
これで完璧ね。
No, wait. I've got a lot to say about what you just did!
そうですよ。なんで私が色仕掛けをしてることになってるんですか？まあ冗談っすから。カイドウ先輩にはバレバレだったみたいっすし。当たり前です。でもさ、ちゃんと明日は来てくれるって言ってたじゃない。作戦は成功でしょ？
She had accomplished our goal, so I couldn't say it wasn't a success. I just say loud and clear that she was going to be here tomorrow. The issue was how he conned her into doing it, though. The way that call went, it almost made it sound like Senpai. Oh? Huh? For real? Does Senpai like me? I'm gonna check until now from the...
駆け抜け青春スパーキング。
Every time. Gotta do it every time. Stop, Senpai!
おはよう殿。昨日は来られなくて悪かったわね。
Nah, it's fine. Senpai was already there when I showed up at the club room. It wasn't like I had done anything wrong, but it made me feel restless for one reason or another. Maybe it was because I realized how I felt about her. I heard you were practicing Aikido at the dojo?
ええ、最近は少し練習をサボり気味だったから。夏休みってことでサーフィンの割合も多くなってたしね。
You see? Couldn't stop thinking about Senpai. Damn it. Wow, all days had no one else shown up yet. That's right. Hey, Senpai. The next time you head to the dojo, would you mind letting me practice Aikido for a change too?
それは構わないけど、どうしたのよ急に。
Well, it's kind of occurred to me for some reason.
そう。
This conversation wasn't going anywhere. What happened to Ibiki and the rest? It's still kind of early, but I figured they should turn up sometime soon.
私が来た時はまだ誰もいなかったわね。待ってたらすぐに来ると思う。
We're not showing up. You two have
響から
fun.
連絡が来たみたい。
Is something wrong?
少し遅れるって。休養を思い出したから、そっちに少し時間取られて来るの遅れる予定だってさ。
That was unusual for her. No, that's mine. It's from Shinji. According to his message, he claimed to be helping an older woman find her way home. He's a really good guy. He's gonna be helped if that's why he's... The next message was from Kashimon, and then the door to her room won't open and there are screams coming from somewhere. Scary. There is an incident going down, right? What was it this time? Got one notification sound after another coming from Len. This one's from Hiragi. It said her power went out. Hiragi not budged from where she was with the power out. The message is coming in from Hijiri and Ritsu too. The message from Hijiri was, she found youth. From Ritsu was, she found Hijiri. What the hell did that mean? Seriously, what was everyone's deal? Don't tell me they were all scheming something! Senpai.
何？
Everyone else from aside from Ibiki says something came up and they'll be late.
そうなんだ。じゃあ、しばらく遠野と二人っきりってわけか。
All alone. Not good! They were alone. Now that we were alone, my heart started to kick up a fuss.
ねえ、遠野。
So he suddenly goes into cardiac arrest. What is that, Senpai?
なんか、いつもと違うくない？
Oh, really? That's not true, though. I'm just bad.
そうそれならいいけど。
Anyway, what do you want to do until the others show up?
ああ、うん。
Can hard pressed to pick anything at all.
響たちがどれくらい遅れるかわからないしね。
Even the school and headed to the beach wasn't really a choice we could make. Then again, should we kill some time at the clubroom? We didn't have the board games that Hibiki had brought with her.
うん、決めた。ねえ、遠野、少し校舎内を歩かない？
On campus. Yeah, it might be nice for a treasure place. Well, it was fine by me as long as I could be with Senpai. How's I truly felt.
うん、じゃあそうしましょう。
Roger. Roger, Roger. It's kind of weird to walk around aimlessly, though.
それもそうね。じゃあ、とりあえずはそこに行きましょうか。
Over there.
ま、行ってのお楽しみよ。
Senpai kept on briskly moving forward. Of course, I didn't have anywhere I wanted to go in particular. Oh well, better just follow Senpai like she asked. Why'd you come here? For some reason she led me to my classroom, class 2-3.
教室ならどこでもよかったんだけどね。
I think I know what's happening. She's just gonna have him sit down at his desk and then sit down next to him like, oh, so this is what it would be if they were at the same grade. In the same grade.
なんとなく、遠野がいつもどこで勉強してるのか気になってさ。
Really?
遠野の席ってどこなの？
Over there, the third seat, the one in front of the window.
窓際だったのね。 羨ましい。私も窓際がいいんだけど、なかなか撮れないのよね。
Comes in handy when I feel like drawing. Personally, I would have been fine if I'd gotten. Personally, I would have been fine if I'd gotten a front center of the teacher's desk.
マジで？でもそうか。遠野は小学生だもんね。
Took my studies seriously and didn't much care where they placed me. Then again, I wasn't about to turn down the opportunity to sit in the sun by the window. However, it was an especially brutal spot to occupy over the summer.
と、そんな話をしてる場合じゃなかった。さ、遠野はそこに座って。
Okay. She half pushed me down into my seat.
それで私はこっち。
Senpai stood in front of the teacher's podium, and she wrote out what looked like a formula on the blackboard.
さて、これからカイドウ先生の特別授業を始めます。
What? How does that happen?
はい、そこ。死後はしない。優等生な遠野くんにはこの問題を解いてもらいます。難しい問題だけど解けるかしらね。はい。制限時間は3分。始め！
Well, I wasn't expecting this, and that time limit's too short. So I thought, but it was similar to a problem I've studied for previously. The answer is 1 to 12.
もう解けたの？
I'm fairly certain it's right, but what do you think?
ちょっと待ってね。すごい。正解だわ。
The question showed me mercy then. If the problem had been any different, I wouldn't have been able to solve it so easily.
じゃあ、他の科目にしようか。これはどう？
Like, she's gonna try to continuously get the one up over him. But he's just like, oh yeah, that's that.
97年、大臣に使者を派遣した交換の聖液と後、
A bunch out.
細胞には核やミトコンドリアなど様々なこれらを何と呼ぶか。
Organelles.
水泳リーベ、僕の船。
Near our friend Nellie Nancy Magallan, the mnemonic for the beginning of the periodic table.
強すぎる。私の負けよ。
Senpai hung her head and fell to her knees out of disappointment. Yeah, this is something else, yeah. Hey, that's a bit of defeat too soon.
頭がいいのは知ってたけど、ここまでなんて。
These subjects are simple as long as you can memorize them. I don't mind all that. Why are we doing this?
勉強ができるお姉さんアピールがしたくて。
Oh, I say. Crab Seven was kind of adorable. But I think you're a little different from a studious lady. Think about it for a second. Senpai, aren't you the athletic type with exceptional reflexes?
否定できないわね。
You're ridiculously good at Aikido and great at surfing too. You're unexpectedly fast stitches and skilled at keeping schedules. Also, you're a great cook. The lunchbox you made the other day was delicious.
やめて！私を褒め殺してどうする気？
No, I'm just saying what I think. Senpai's face flushed bright red as her mouth gaped open and
カ
closed.
イドウ先生の特別授業終了！あとは日向でお昼寝の時間にします！
Her special lesson was nothing short of random, but now it had come to an end, and rather abruptly at that.
なんか今日は空回りしてばっかりな気がする。私ってこういうの向いてないのかな。
You don't have to force yourself to go on the offensive, especially when it comes to academics. Well, we have a match and something you're good at.
例えば何？
Athletics, like I mentioned earlier. I know, why don't we have a kind of Aikido practice or something? Vicky and the others are still on here, so there's no point in waiting around for them. She had just invited me to practice with her earlier, next time I went to the dojo. If nothing else, the time worked out perfectly.
そうね。そうしましょうか。
I informed our club president, Kika, by text that we would be practicing Aikido for our club activities today, which was how we eventually found ourselves at the dojo.
さて、私は着替えてくるからちょっとここで待ってて。
Roger. Being a guy, I could get changed virtually anywhere. With that, I changed to the appropriate garb following Senpai's departure and looked around the dojo. Didn't have a chance to sort out my feelings on it then, especially when we went straight to the beach the other day, but I had lots of harsh memories of this place. They weren't all bad, of course. There were some good ones, too. They should be somewhere around here. There they are. They were horizontal lines drawn across one of the dojo pillars. And beside them are the letters N, H, and Y. N for Nagiko, H for Ibiki, and Y for you. That's back in the old days when we would play together. We would measure our heights on this very pillar once per year. We kept up that tradition from the time we met up until Ibiki transferred. I'm still here, huh?
残ってるって何のこと？
Oh!
終わって失礼ね。
Sorry. Who wouldn't jump if someone snuck up to them like that?
あんたが油断しすぎなだけよ。それで壁なんか見てどうしたの？
No, it's just reminiscing about the old days of it, I guess. I'd known Zeppa would be changing into her martial arts uniform. But his uniform was always so sexy. See her collarbone, I could even clearly make out her waistline. Her mouth suddenly went dry and I couldn't take my eyes off of her.
何？そんな人のことチロチロ見て。
何
よ？はっきりしないわね。
I don't.
何よ？
Grown up really fantastically.
はあ？どういう意味よそれ？
Exactly what it sounded like. I mean, I had known that from seeing her in her swimsuit, but like when we were kids, I thought she looked awfully sexy. Nothing stood out too much since it was Japanese clothing. She had curves in all the right places.
遠野、あんた何を言って？
Sorry, didn't mean to. I just haven't seen you dressed that way in a while, so I wound up comparing you to the old days.
スケベ。水着や私服の時じゃなくて動機の時に言うなんて。遠野、こういうのが好きなの？
It's not really like that! At least I don't think so. It was quite something in that outfit, though.
それで何が残ってたって？
I checked out the pillow I'd been looking at.
もしかしてこの傷を見てたの？
Sad blushed as she forced to change the subject. I was liable to serve a hornet's nest if I pointed it out, so I decided to go along with it. Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking about how we compared heights back in the day.
懐かしいわね。響と3人で勝負してたんだっけ？あの頃は遠野が一番背が低かったのよね。さすがに今はもう勝負になんないけど。
Well, that's about everything. I am a man. Girls grew faster during childhood. However, now that we were older, I had surpassed both of them.
あれからいつの間にかこんなに時間が経ってたのね。純粋無垢な子がスケベ男になるくらいには。
Forget about that already. I don't need to bring that back up, especially when you're clearly embarrassed about it.
わかってるわよ。ただちょっと今この道場には私とあんたの2人だけなんだなって思っただけで、別に意識なんてしてないんだから。
It sounded like she was insanely self-conscious to me. Silence felt stifling. Anyways, if we're going to practice, why don't we get started?
そうね。遠野もだいぶなまってるようだし、思いっきり鍛え直してあげる。
Go easy on me.
さて、どうしようかしら。あまりに情けないようだと手加減の必要もなくなりそうね。
Give me a break! Senpai's usual fearless smile rose to her lips. I felt like I was either because she had gotten distracted or because the stifling atmosphere had lifted.
ところで、うちのやり方は覚えてる？
Of course, we used to take lessons back in the day. I used to take lessons here back in the day too, so I wouldn't forget that easily.
それもそうね。
Aikido was the art of self-defense. As such, we hardly ever conducted matches or group practice. However, Kaido had undertaken freestyle practice. This was so that she could act without hesitation if a time ever came where she was actually compelled to defend herself, apparently.
じゃ、まずは軽くやってみましょうか。足腰を鍛えるのにみっちりしごいてあげる。
Alright, bring it. Bowed, then we faced each other and took our places. Staring Senpai down head on was enough to make my pulse race. Was it because it was my first time practicing Aikido in ages? Or was it because...
はぁ？
By the time I shouted, I'd been hurled, and heavens and earth had prayed to places.
遠野、集中して。怪我をするわよ。
I'm sorry. Share the point. I need to discard my worldly thoughts and face Senpai head on. This was a dojo and a very important place for Senpai. For just this moment, I had to devote myself to Aikido, free of obstructive thoughts.
よし、今日はここまでにしておきましょうか。
Agreed. Good work out there. So I managed to respond to Senpai from the floor. She really had worked my legs so hard I couldn't stand.
長い間やってなかった割には動けてたわね。すごいじゃない、トーノ。
Thanks. Then again, I have nothing to be proud of, given my condition.
そう？夏休み中、うちでじっくり稽古してみる？相当なレベルまで勘も取り戻せると思うわよ。
It was an attractive adaptation. I'd be able to see Senpai every day. There's no way I'd be able to keep up with her physically, though. I appreciate the offer about that.
そう？残念だわ。もしかしたら、毎日会えるかとも思ったんだけど。
Huh? Quiet whisper. I questioned it without thinking, wondering if my own thoughts had come out of her mouth.
なんでもない。私、そろそろ着替えてくるから。
Was Senpai acting like that because she felt the same way I did? My heart raced feverishly in my chest as I watched her head off to change. Senpai, thank you for joining me today. Got in lots of practice for a change.
どういたしまして。私もいい稽古になったわ。ランドリは相手がいないとできないしね。
Glad to be here then. What mattered most to me was that I could be even the least bit of help to her. As that thought crosses my mind, I still glance at her, over to my side at her in her uniform. She's so pretty. I was plagued by that same thought over and over again as she stood in place, clad in her uniform. As inspiring as Senpai was in her martial arts uniform, there was something about this outfit that made it look positively adorable. Getting to walk along with Senpai like this made me feel so much happiness. It's getting to be with you all day long made me really happy. I've had a long, fulfilling day, thanks to you. For a moment there, after Vika and the others effectively bailed on us, I wondered what Senpai and I could possibly do alone together. There was every possibility we could have killed time in the club room. I was lonely without you at the club meeting last day.
寂しかった。トーノが？
No. We had been together practically every single day lately, after all. Even though this isn't true anymore, we also had that secret between just the two of us. Senpai and I had spent an awful lot of time together since our summer vacation started. She had even paired up with me for Aikido practice for the first time in ages. Oh, I'd like to do all sorts of stuff together going forward. Guess I would say, even if I'm in the youth collective, I'm not able to enjoy my youth without you there. So, I was too embarrassed to continue now that I'd said all that out loud, between my face flaring up on the spot. Senpai! Called out to her enthusiastically and earning a shrill yelp in response. Had Senpai been caught up in the mood? Her face was also a bit red. Would you like to go see a movie together sometime? What do you think? Was it because I was so afraid to answer this question? What if she turned me down? The mere thought nearly made me tremble. But...
行きたい
Okay, I do like that it's not just immediate confession, go. No, there's some preamble. There's some preamble, which isn't always bad. No.
私でよければぜひ連れてって
Are you sure? She readily agreed, and I couldn't help but ask her again to be sure.
いいも悪いもあんたから誘ったんでしょうが。
Yeah, but...
トーノのバイトが休みの日っていつ？私がその日に合わせる。
Next day off is Sunday, I believe?
了解。その日、予定は開けとくから。というか、最初から予定は空いてたんだけど。私も、トーノとどこか行きたいって考えてたから。それだけよ。
That would actually be like the good thing when it comes to their relationship, like because her father can't even argue like you're not gonna be able to focus on Aikido if you're constantly going on dates and shit. No, they're not. The man has a part-time job to fucking finance his entire household, which first off shows responsibility. This man is in school, yet is still managing to keep a household afloat thanks to himself working to be a scholarship student. So, first off, very willing to work put in effort. Very impressive. And also, not only that, also very smart. And secondly, via the part-time job, which again, he's entirely willing to put in effort. He is already showing a very, very high maturity, a very high emotional maturity when it comes to that stuff. And third, he's gonna be busy with work sometimes. And during those days, Nagiko, what the fuck's Nagiko gonna do? You know, there is no dates to be had, is what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, sure, she can hang out with the others, but like, once evening comes and everyone goes home, she can still train. Hell, fucking train. Like train in the evening. Take a nice bath and a shower. Just like first shower, then the bath. Just properly wind down from training, and then after all that, she's gonna be nice and exhausted. Maybe do a bit of studying, then head to bed. And she's gonna be able to sleep like a fucking like a fucking rock. Senpai, God, my face was on fire. Now that I was dared to meet each other's gaze.
それじゃあ日曜楽しみにしてるから。
Yeah.
そろそろ部室に戻ろっか。
Sure. I sent on a date, right? Holy crap, none of us being so fast.
早く日曜日にならないかな。
How about I'm grinning while I clean the dojo?
遠野の言葉ってデートの誘いよね。心臓がめちゃくちゃドキドキしてる。演舞の時でもこんなにドキドキしたことないのに。
Thanks to Beacon, the rest Tone had successfully asked me out on a date. After our date, what will become of me?
ナギコ、こんな時間に掃除をしているのか？
お父さん、さっきまで稽古してたから。
そうか。そのまま精進しなさい。しかし、随分と浮かれているようだが、いいことでもあったのか？そうか。お前も、いつの間にか大きくなったのだな。
何をいきなり。
いい人ができたなら、今度連れてきなさい。
Okay, he's not even gonna be an asshole about it. What's the fucking... Like, I heard someone complain about the fucking conflict of the route. Like, but thus far, I don't see a conflict.
ちょっと変なこと言わないでよ。まだそんなんじゃないから。
まだか。そうかそうか。
もうお父さん。
This is so embarrassing. Yeesh.
駆け抜け青春スパーキング。
Have to do it every time. Without fail. I haven't got energy for today, though. Listen, I get to keep this one even shorter than usual. This is literally just spontaneous recording I decided to do after the stream because I felt like playing more Nagiko. Because Nagiko is adorable. Nagiko is amazing. Nagiko is great. Nagiko is best girl. Listen, like, I love Shiori. Shiori's great. Shiori's amazing. I fucking vibe with her. But if I had to pick between who would be better to have as a lover, that would do me good, like improve me as a person as well in the course of the relationship, 100% Nagiko. Like, she would fucking get me off my ass, get me to do shit, you know? Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you next time. Bye.